Give us because you really feel the pain. Give us and say, Lord, I'm giving this because I'm expecting you to better the lives of these youths in a Agricola community.
Okay.
Don't give it looking, oh, I did do this for y'all.
Yeah.
And I come back.
Pay back.
We don't need that. We don't need that. Just give us out of a heart of love. And I would say this, if you permit me.
Go ahead.
Coming from the body of Christ, nationwide, and if the program would be seen worldwide, give us your prayer. Pray for us. Pray for the youths of the community. The Bible says, let us be our brothers' keeper. Finance us. Pray for us because we need it. Agricola don't have a set of school dropouts alone. Agricola produced a lot of good people. One of the best mayor Georgetown ever had, Robert White. And he did a good job in his days. And he used us to look out for the youths of our community because at that time I was a small child going primary school, and our vitamins were sure every day and a box of milk to each child. We owing John, a bone specialist. We produce some of the best administrators, Miss Payne, Miss Branch, and I can go on and on. We have youths in Agricola, have so many subjects, well qualified. Or you go to get a job and they hear Agricola. Oh no. From the time they hear Agricola, the spot was already filled. Yes. And that's the reality of it.
Okay. Mr. Gray, if I can get some comments from you now, because I know you would have done a whole lot of work in that community, especially with the youths. Could you, tell me something about what it is that Agricola needs, aside from what Sean would have already said?
Yeah, well, first of all, I must say thank you for putting me on this program, and I want to say a very good afternoon to the community. Agricola, what we need in Agricola right now, and there's something going on. We need a recreation facility. We have a ground here that needs to be looked at. You gotta be prepared for the youths to play on. Make no sense that we have the ground and they have to play on the streets. Right? We got youth with potential, we got skillful. We produce the most amateur, the best of the amateurs, boxers in this country came out from Agricola. Right? We have Miss Branch, Jennifer Branch. We're talking about Dr. King from Agricola. And all these things. We have boneyards, music, right? We had athletes, good runners, footballers. Right now we got Odin Hines, called him Pitch, national player. And I could go on, right? But the youths there, we must pray. We gotta pray for this killings finish. It got to stop. We need it to stop, because if they're in Agricola and they're in the wrong place at the wrong time, where they're living, where could they be? You're going to murder them all the time and keep saying they're in the wrong place at the wrong time. They're Guyanese, born, raised in Agricola. Now, where is the right place should they be? My grandson died. I love my grandson. My grandson died. God. It's only who feel it know it. Only who feel it know it. It's a pain to the grandfather much as the mother. Painful to the grandmother, the grandfather, not just the mother, you see. When you turn, everybody telling you to kill Georgie. Everybody. Now I'm residing and living in Eccles, dominant Indian area. This is not racist or nothing. This is a Guyanese something, right? That those people, they're so nice that we didn't keep one night awake in Eccles. One night. Week, right? When you put it, everybody tell you one thing. Not say everybody, majority people, because no matter what you do, to some people you're bad. You can't please everybody. But our concern is the rest of surviving youths. I'm not talking about in Agricola alone, talking countrywide, nationwide. These things got to stop because they can't go on killing people, children. Who are they? They are the judge, the jury, the executioner. They take it on their own. And I'm sitting here. I want to ensure we get justice for my grandson because the one ain't going down like that. Now, not these men, one of the killer. They said they murder man being pointed out. At Eve Leary, when you go to the cannon, and look at the gate, he was walking at that gate. It said we had to go there with those youths to give a statement. When we go in there, these men positively identified this young man and said, this man is the killer. They move him from there, they remove him within about 20 minutes to 15 minutes time, right? Because they won't point it out to me. The liars that were there, they went in to the place where they were supposed to go and give a statement. One of the individuals came out with them, with the liars, the four men again, saying, this is the man. Gentleman, the four youths and the two liars thrown back. And when one of his colleagues were rubbing and saying, yeah, I'm supposed to do this thing so, right? Then you hear the man, the men are under close arrest. Now we learn that they disappear. But what I'm saying, first I was saying was rumor. But then the commissioner confirmed that he ordered us to lock up the men. But then the men disappeared. So I got to talk after the commissioner. The acting commissioner, Mr. Leroy Brummel, is a guy that I have a lot of trust in him. I got the confidence in him, Mr. Brummel. But it seems to me as though Mr. Brummel is just there, somebody doing things running wrong, Mr. Brummel. Yeah, Mr. Brummel could pass an order, yes, but it doesn't stand. Somebody may say, don't worry, don't go the way, go this way. You understand? This is how I see it, and to my knowledge, as the days go by, that is what I believe is going on in this country.
All right. I mean, our time is gone already, but before we have to go, and I'm going to ask both of you, of course, beginning with you, Mr. Gray, what would you, or what have you already, begun missing most about Shaquille Grant?
Most?
Yes.
I miss everything about my grandson. He's loving. I love him, grandson. As a matter of fact, my grandson make my tea every morning. My breakfast is my grandson. My grandson will wake me up. Say, grandfather, come for your tea. I say, man, rest it there. Come back, he said, the tea getting cold. The most painful thing is the morning in question, like coming out my room because I'm working with the fisheries. They close off. So we start going in morning hours. Now it's going, we work afternoon. Right? I got up that morning. When I pass in with my phone, the phone rang. I pick up the phone. It's my daughter. She said, man, I woke up my grandson. I said, man, the phone for you. When I gave him this phone, I went to the kitchen. I started preparing my breakfast. Because I said, man, I ain't waking you up. Right? Now, when he finished talking to the phone, I said, man, your mother wants? He said, man, mommy called me. She said, man, she wants to go and do something. I'm making a tea, watching the clock, because if we had gone to work a minute past it, the teacher turned back and we maintaining now, because the boss man bring forward the timings, because everybody can make it for the, When I finish drinking my tea, I watch my grandson sit down watching TV. So I said, man, you watching TV, man, go and see your mother want. He said, alright. He had on his boxers. Nothing. When I watch my grandson, not knowing or is the last.
Shawnette, what would you miss most about Shaquille?
I miss everything about him, mostly his smile. He always have a smile. He's always a caring and loving child. Sometimes I braid here all day. Sometimes I work late at night. I can call him over and say, Shaquille, help your mom clean up. He would sweep it, help wash the wares. I would get him to help watch over the baby. And the painful part about it, when I call him that morning and I say, Shaquille, come over, I say, I get you with a little job. I say, come and you would help watch Natasha. And when Grayson coming from work, you can go to practice, because he go to football practice every afternoon. And I can remember clearly he reached over about 6 minutes to 9. And we started to chat and he would ask, Mommy, what you getting me for my birthday? I say, once I get a little advance, I buy you a bicycle so you'll be able to pick up that and drop her off. And I'll give you a little money to throw a little party alongside your brothers and your friends doing. And the thing keep playing in my mind. He would say, Mommy, I dancing today, church, you coming? I never go. I always busy doing hair or something, because we go to 2 different church, or there might be time for my church start. And Mommy, you coming and watch me play football? And I can remember even the Sunday or a few nights before he died, he said, Mommy, I'm playing tonight, you coming and see me? And honestly, all the money I had was just enough to give him so he can go. And it's painful because I would sit and say this by, it's like the whole country, whoever watch him play and know him play, somebody can tell you that members of the church, members from the basket, the guys who will come out and play the basketball, football players, will tell you just how good Shaki will dance. Well, of course, we have house party, so I know he can dance. But you know when you're among a crowd and you got a competition, the way you would perform and stuff like that. And it's sad to know my son was executed. Why? Guilty of innocent? You can tell me he was in the wrong place. I never get a chance to go and watch him play ball. I never get a chance to go and watch him dance. I never picture anybody would execute my child like that. It wasn't a criminal I was raising. You cannot take a sheep and ask for a goat. And I honestly believe if I was a goat, I could have never make a sheep. So if I was that bad, they would have never choose me to train or be a mentor to youths in this community to help better their life. I miss everything about my child. Why? My child is still a baby. I ain't get the chance, and you know what's painful? I ain't gonna have records. I have numbers of different soldiers they, could verify. My son been going there time after time to get into the army. And they keep saying he's underage. I even asked my brother-in-law to help get him in the army. They say, they don't take them in when they're underage. And, I keep telling him, I said, don't forget to get him my son. My son take his brother, he took his cousin. Both of them get him because they was of age. He has this good in him. He desired to serve this country. And he was executed by men who supposed to be serving this country. That is not serving. I miss everything about my child. I cannot say what I miss most because he would do things the way I would like to get it done. Anybody in the community could tell you that, the teachers, and he's a child, know certain things he naturally can be a part of. I give elders in the community, since they're most smart, if you see my children doing any stupidness anyway about it, slap them up and then tell me. And the entire community, if anybody chooses to go in to do any investigation, will tell you that. I miss everything about my child. I can remember at one time it had a little exchange of words between an individual, and he come home and he tell me exactly what took place. And when I do go across, she trying to give me contrary story. So I say to her, I say, my son say XYZ to you. She said yes. I say, you know why you tell him that? Why he tell you that? Because you were telling him about his mother and his grandfather. He did not use obscene language, but he let her know whatever he observed about her. And she had no knowledge I was his mother because she never met me before. And then I tell her who I am. And frankly, I tell her what are the qualification I possess, because she was saying his mother's a dance, like bringing him down. And, I miss everything about my child. He know me that well. He knows best. I tell my mother the truth before she go to somebody else. Tell her, he won't try running around me. You can ask the teachers, ask people in the community. I ain't waiting until we get home to slap you down if you gotta get slapped down. So when you have a parent like that, you definitely gotta toe the line. Oh, he wasn't Saint Michael, but he definitely was a no criminal and did not deserve to be executed in the street. And I know God is going to give me enough length of days, health, and everything needed for me to get justice for this child. And I'm quite sure I'm going to get justice before the year is out.
Jonathan Gordon, it was my pleasure talking with you. Unfortunately, your time is gone. Once again, on behalf of the Guyana Youth and Student Movement, we'd like to give you, our deepest sympathy or condolence, and you have our continued support, especially regarding the development of the youth in Agricola. Thank you very much to both of you.
Thanks.
I must say thanks for having us, and I must say thanks to the people of Guyana, to all Guyanese who have supported me from since the 11th and still supporting me, and even worldwide. I'm more than grateful for your support. Thank you very much, and thank you for taking time out to look at the program.
Thank you very much, Guyana. This has been GYSM One Pulse HD. Until next time, I'm Malika Ramsey. Goodbye.
Sing whoa.